Hello, so this is a just an intro to a video that we shot back in the early spring, maybe middle spring, I don't know. It's like June, end of June right now, 2022, and I'm out here just mowing and stuff, but I made a video where we planted some trees and did some burning, and I just was in this area where we did the burning and kind of wanted to show you the results. And then upcoming you'll see the video. Welcome back to camp. It's been a while since we made a video, but we've been doing some stuff. We got some trees to plant today with a brand new dibble bar. Stick around, we'll be back. So let's see what we got here. I got my trees from the Missouri Department of Conservation. Got some hackberry, shortleaf pine, wild plum, false indigo, and more shortleaf pine. I want to use the shortleaf pine to kind of make visual screen. The camp is back there. The road is right here. So putting them in between. And I got a nice shiny new dibble bar. Never used one before. So Luke's going to show me how to use it. Unboxing video. Trees. If you don't know, the Missouri Department of Conservation every year puts an order form up on the website to where you can order saplings. These are tulip poplar. I didn't order tulip poplar. Well, that's a bummer.
Poplar's nice though. I think we're gonna need a shovel.
We might need a shovel. These are bigger. I don't know. For those, it might be alright. I wonder if this just says tulip poplar, because this is supposed to be.
Oh, but your address. False indigo.
It's supposed to be false indigo. That's a bunch of roots, but it sure does say tulip poplar.
Sure does.
Well, that's a bummer.
Not necessarily. It's still a pretty tree.
Yeah. Shortleaf pines. Apparently the shortleaf pine is the only pine native to Missouri. So let's get to planting. The hardest part is just figuring out where to put them. I think I know how this works. What about right here?
Sure, but do you want to get rid of this cedar at some point?
Oh!
Yeah, you can kind of stomp on it then. And wiggle.
Yes, it's my first time using one. I'm figuring it out. Figuring it out. There we go.
Lift it in there a little bit so that it'll. I think the deer don't come up here and nibble on it.
Yeah, they probably will. Luke went down to the creek to get some water, and just because we need to keep these roots kind of wet as we're, waiting to plant them. So that's what we're doing here, waiting for some water. Still fighting indecision on where to plant. I have so many trees. I think I have like 55 trees or something total, so I got a lot of decisions to make. So we're changing direction here. We decided we're gonna burn an area because I wanted to plant some trees in this little island area out here between some trails, and if we put some baby trees in there and then burn it, they're not going to make it. So we're going to burn it first. We've done some work raking a fire break around it. It's already got these trails, so it's already kind of a built-in fire break. Burn all this area. And we put the trees on in a bucket of some creek water, so they're going to hang out a little bit while we burn this area. We've raked around all the way around this center area here. Leaf litter is basically all this is in here. We have a little bit of this grass here. The grass goes up fast and hot, but the rest of it will probably be a pretty tame fire. Get the drip torch ready. This uses a mix of diesel and gasoline for the fuel. Open this valve to let the flow, let air in to adjust the flow.
My only question is, are we ready?
We have a wind blowing this way, so I'm lighting it this way. It's going to be a backing fire. You'll see this grass is the only part that gets a little stressful because of how much it's going to flame up. You can see how the fire break, it's going to burn up to this dirt and then it's going to stop, and it's slowly going to back itself into the wind. We have a little bit of a variable wind today, but if we had lit that on the other side and it blew into that grass, all that grass would go all at once. see here that nice fire line moving slowly from the left to the right. Try to stomp it out.
Might as well. Or rake it out. I've raked a couple out over here.
Take you on the burnt side. Look how nice this looks if you can see through the smoke. Just a nice little backing fire there. You can see how the wind's changing direction now for just a minute. Hopefully it's just a minute.
I hope. There we go.
The best wind conditions for this is a steady one direction wind. I find that those days are very few and far between though. Even if it's a pretty windy day, the main thing is having a pretty steady wind from one direction, not a wind that's swirling and variable. Look how nice and straight that line is. Not perfectly straight, but you know, it's all kind of caught back up. Working our way, working our way. Look how good this fire break does. It's almost a straight line of black versus brown. This is the back. We're about 2/3 of the way through. We're letting this just kind of slowly work its way. Every once in a while, like right now, we get that wind that's going the other way that makes this a heading fire and kind of kicks it into high gear for a second, but then it goes back the other way. Doesn't last too long. That's all right. Look at this, our fire line straightened back up here. Nice clean row. It gets kind of, you know, when it gets to some logs and stuff, it gets a little staggered. But this fire is doing really well with just like keeping almost a perfectly straight line the whole time. We're getting towards the end here. We just got to come to this. That's our fire break on the back side. You can see where I've raked out around the tree just so the tree doesn't get damaged. And watch, so it's kind of broken the line here a little bit. But watch once that fire, because wind's blowing this way, once it gets this way just a little bit more, it's going to take off and come back and catch this back up to it. And here it goes. It's working this way, this is working this way. There's a line going back through there. Watch how it's going to catch all up and be right. Make a perfectly straight line again here. There it is, and we're lined back up. Nice, huh? Alright, look how close we are to our path or fire break on the backside here. I think Luke's side has hit the brake and started putting itself out with a little bit of help from a rake, but here it comes.
Good there.
I'm gonna let this run and let you watch it hit the fire break. So I think that's it. Burned all this area. It's still smoldering over here, but it's always interesting how this looks like apocalyptic when you're done. But you really start seeing the terrain of the land. But I always think it's cool when you dig down underneath here and see how brown the soil is. You'd think it'd dry it out, but you know, look how it's still sticking together. It's still got a lot of moisture in it. A lot of times you find this where you're still seeing green underneath. It's just pretty cool. It's renewed. And we can plant some stuff in here. A lot of this stuff that's still up hopefully was top killed, and it'll kind of fall over in the next week or so. And this definitely is not a big area. We don't do very large areas yet. We're still kind of figuring it out. I did take a certification class in this. So, you know, I thought this would be good for some people who are just kind of starting to give this a try, or afraid to give it a try. Start small. Have somebody to help you watch the other side. Get your good fire breaks in. Look at this side, how it's just this perfect line of right up the trail there. This looks so nice now. Now we can plant some trees. I think it's lunchtime first though. All right, we had our corned beef sandwich for lunch, and time to plant some more trees. Oh yeah, I changed boots too. Well, I think we are wrapping it up for today. Did a couple burns. We're gonna hang out and make sure it all goes out all right. Maybe dump some water on it. Got some trees planted. I still got a bunch more trees to plant though, so next time. But thanks for watching. I had made that video and then didn't really know if it was long enough or hadn't enough of a story to show you, but hopefully now, where I get to show you some results, it kind of puts a little bow on it. And maybe I'll keep updating you with what it looks like as we go through. So these are the results. This is the end where you saw the fire burn out. But look how it's, as you look through here, some of these taller trees, it's top killed them, which has let light down to the ground, sunlight down to the ground, and look at the explosion of thick, low vegetation. All the areas that we burned look really nice like this. Again, you can see this standing dead tops, which is okay. I think eventually they'll get weak enough and be blown over or something, but we do have a few grasses here. A few little area of grass here that has come back, and you know, there was this kind of spot of grass during the burn, going all the way around. This is the other side. Where the fire break was. And we'd planted some of the shortleaf pines. I had some trouble with them. I actually planted them twice. This one's got some new growth on it, but here's another little one here. as you can see, the bigger trees, they weren't affected at all. These trees in this spot never looked that great anyway, but I think they had some damage from the logging. But notice how all this stuff's right about that. Right now it's about a little over knee, maybe thigh high. Some of it's gone up to about my shoulder height, but we had a lot of rain and this early summer, late spring. So again, just wanted to show you this. Hey, if you subscribe, you can keep updated on all of our little progress out here. All right, thanks for watching.